Hello dear chess friends, welcome to our new video. Here I will try to play some another internet game. Opponent is Sam Rybakovsky, almost 2100 elo rated player, and let's see what will happen on the board. He goes for some London, but against London the best is system with knight d7 and early e5. Aha, not London, knight c3, okay, some kind of pierce or modern opening, never mind. Let's see what would he go for. Simply I want to get tempo with playing e5. Okay, he allowed me that. And in such positions usually d takes e5 is bad, because that helps me to finish my development in some moderate way. That is especially valid if white pawn is on c4. That is serious waste of time, because I have nothing against f6. In this position maybe I have something, but bishop f6 is just okay for me. I want to get tempo. If he takes, I will take with my knight. If bishop moves back to e3, okay, I play c6, and well, let's see, I can go for even some kind of filider setup, who knows. h6, force him to take. And now if I take knight gf6, I won't be able to castle, but I want to do that. Let's force him to get decision if he will trade queens or not. Also g4 square is weak, and then maybe my knight can go to g4 and another knight to f6 if he plays knight f3, okay. So let's see what will happen. My opponent is having dilemma to take or not. He decided to not. Okay, now I play bishop e6. Let's see what would he do. Aha, he castles alongside. Bishop b5 check, my queen is protected. Okay, can I go for knight e6? Knight e7 with knight c6 maybe? Yes, why not? Maybe I can castle long here as well. f3, okay, and now I think knight h5 can be played, but I can also allow him to play g4. That cannot be dangerous for me. If queen d7, knight b5, just a6. If queen d7, bishop b5, just c6. Okay, I will prepare castling long in this situation. Okay, primitive move. He wants to do that against pawn a7, and he wants to take my queen after bishop b7, bishop b5 if I do queen d4. So primitive trick, but okay. That's his right to go for primitive tricks. Can I go for c6? Yes, I can. My knight e7 here is my main problem. I must do something with that knight to find some good spot for it, and I think after knight e7 I will finally relocate it successfully. I want to play knight b6 to block that diagonal finally, to be able to castle long. Okay, knight b6. What would he do here? If a4, I will just play queen c7. If this, I will just wait and I will do this. If g5 take, he takes with the pawn, I can take on h1, or I can just do knight h5. To give him the file or not, let's give him the file. And my knight is safe there. If knight g3, of course, knight f4. Black is perfect here. In any moment, not now, knight g3, of course. I will take knight for free. So, pawn g5 is exposed. My pawn e5 is exposed as well, but g5 pawn is less stable, I think. First king b8 to liberate my knight to protect pawn h7. He prevented me. Okay, that must not be good. Setting pawns on light is always bad, my dear chess friends. So I can use that spots, and I try with queen d6 to install my pieces on dark squares. Okay, now I can do queen b4. with some optical pressure. Knight a2 is not good because I have knight a4. So if then king a1, queen c5, counterattack, and my knight escapes. Aha, a5, okay, never mind. I think that's a mistake because that pawn will fall. I could take it immediately, but I didn't want to give him the file. Okay. Now I want to support pressure. By this move I prevent rook a4 and I threaten to take on d3 where pawn b3 will be under attack. He's in trouble. How to protect spots d3 and b3. If knight c1, yeah, but now I play knight f4. Now my knight comes to the play. Still new pressure to pawn to pawn b3 and to bishop d3. Okay, can I move my rook to some good spot here? Is there any possibility for my rook? Or maybe queen d3. Or look, here I have possibility of playing like this, and that I will play rook h8. If he attacks my queen, let's say knight a2, who cares? Queen d4. I'm able to play rook h5 and I'm able to play rook h2 as well. a6, who cares? Just b6. So my opponent carelessly advanced some pawns, which will be weak in any upcoming endgame. That position is already much better for black. There are tactical shots like rook h2 and taking on b3. Using many pins. Queen d2, is there threat of queen d6? Yes, there is. Now it is time to play this. If he takes twice, if he takes a knight e2, take, and d3. Better for black. There is harmony for black. Most of my pieces control are perfectly placed on dark squares. You see? Now after that, I can go for this. If he takes with bishop, I think rook h2, just paralyzing him. If he takes with knight, I think d3. Very, very promising situation for me. Okay, rook h2. Now he cannot move the bishop. Okay, where to move it? He cannot move the knight as well. Okay, can I play d3? d3, cd, knight d3, rook e2, king c3. Nah. He escapes. His pawns are weak. It is nonsense to give him this chance. Just knight d6. Now I have even such options. b5. Sorry. And knight b6. Okay, but after this, I think knight goes to e5. Or maybe just simple. Yeah, why not? Rook f2 taking material. If bishop goes back, knight e5. Finally getting material. Aha, he gives. Aha, he will take my pawn on c5 afterwards. But that is dominating endgame for me. Or to play c5 first. Then knight e2. I threaten c4, c5. He takes, I can take with knight. And he loses material. Yeah, first this. Although I could take rook f4, knight e2, rook g4, knight d4, and then c5. If he takes on e6, I take back and knight goes to e5 with dominant that game. Here b takes c6 is very good. Maybe even better than taking with knight. But I want to do taking with knight to prevent his knight jumps. Because bishop d3 will fall. Now his knight must not move. No way to protect pawn. If e5... Aha, he defends this way. But... Okay, I take. Knight e2, rook g5. Knight d4, okay, I take. He will play knight c6. King a8. No mate. And that knight is not stable here. Pawn a6 is unstable as well. That should be a winning position, but there are still some technical problems I must solve. Alright, now for me, maybe it is good to play bishop d7 to neutralize threat of his rook, but there is rook f1. Okay. What to do right now? If I go ahead with my king, there's nothing to achieve. Some problems. Knight c6 is threat. Okay. If king c7, then knight b5. Let me take it. And play now king c7 to avoid that check. Okay, I will do this. Yeah. He can do check, but then he must exchange rooks. My plan is to play rook a5 as fast as possible. He wants to take it, okay. And let me take his pawn a6. After that I will be safe. If he takes bishop, okay, I will do taking with king d6. But then d4. Looks like I blundered. Yeah. e5. Not. d4, that's a good move. It's questionable if I can win now. No chance to win, unfortunately. But okay, let's see how we'll have advanced pawns. d4, okay. He wants rook e7. How to stop it? This way. I will set rook behind. If king e3, check with rook behind. Now I advance my pawn as well. Rook e7, a3, rook e8. Okay, no advance this way. His pawns are very well stopped. Okay. Do I need my king? No, that pawn goes alone. That should be under the draw. But let's see. Still there are chances he will go for a mistake. If king e6, b4, aha, okay, now I'm ready to advance my pawn. b3, he takes, b2, he takes, I promote queen. I must go for this. Probably not winning, but I'm not sure. He must take care about some checks. Rook f3 is the move, I think. But who knows if he will play this. He played. Okay. Now let's see, king c5 looks pretty good. There is nothing he can advance. Yeah, still there are chances to win. Solid chances to win. If rook e6, queen h5 and king goes closer. Yep. Okay. d7, I take rook with check. Queen h6. Okay. Looks like I should do checks first, but who knows? Yeah, now my king is on wrong side. Looks like there is nothing better than draw. Can I allow him to go to d7? Let's see that. But he will not. He will play king f8, king f6, the same. He got. Okay. What would he play now? Very risky, very bravely. Rook e8 loses because queen b7, king d8, king c6 with a mate. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, that's winning. Hooray! I punish him. He didn't want to draw with king f7, king f8 repetition. Okay. It's time to resign. He's in the last minute. Let's see. And there will be mate in next move. Unavoidable mate with queen b8. He finally resigned. My dear chess friends, that would be all. I hope you enjoyed that video and you could learn something. See you soon with new examples. Bye bye.